What's up, everybody? No, dude, this is it. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 14. It's actually the retaping of episode 14 because I'm a moron and I dropped my laptop in the parking lot at my office. And I did what they called broke a RAM stick. So we were down for about 24 hours, but we're back. We're hard. We're ready to roll. Kenny, how was your day, dude?
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't break a laptop, so I'm in a little
yeah,
better shape than you, but hey, I get it, man. With four
yeah.
kids running around, you at all hours of the days, things get a little hectic.
They do
So
for sure. Yeah, but
yeah.
shout out to my buddy Carlos. He's one of the best Mac technicians around. He had me up and running in almost it was right around 24 to 26 hours. So I can't complain on that. Very happy. Um, Also, thanks for being here. If you are here, I want you to make sure that you hit subscribe and hit the bell notification. We are doing daily uploads, at least 5 days a week. So we definitely want you to tune in and be notified when we do it. Also, we do have a Discord, and we would love for you to join. The link is down there in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, everything everybody else says, but we really mean it. We want you to be a part of this community, and we want you to grow. I want Kenny to grow in a lot of areas.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about getting the surgery done. The idea of
It's
just
yeah,
cutting.
snipping and the ripping and the tearing and all of
Yeah.
that. It's
It's
just
just a
difficult.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, it's Saturday. We just went through a freaking ridiculous week on the market. Um I just want to do a little market recap for this week. I want to go over some spy trades that I took. I want to talk about the spy chart that we did on episode 13 and just kind of do a really basic outlook on spy for next week. So I was very lucky this week in the market. Kenny and I had prepared pretty much all week for some extreme volatility on the S&P. So this week I traded one, two, three, four. I traded four different options this week. First one was a 300% win. Second one was a 42% win. Third one was a 73% win. And then this was the bad one. The last one was a 100% loss. Um, yeah, it was a tough one, and it did cause me to kind of go within and try to rewrite some of my trading rules that I need to follow every day. So we're gonna go over those in a little bit. But yeah, I really hope you guys traded this week and you didn't stay out of the market because you thought it was going to dip. There's always a way to do it. We keep talking about how to play in a fucked up market. So you can play options, you can do puts, you can short the stock, you can do a lot of different things to make money while it's going down. So don't be a pussy. Learn how to trade.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I felt like you were kind of talking to me there.
Oh no, no. I mean, yeah. I guess I
No,
am.
no. Yeah, you are. It's all good. I I need to quit just riding the Bitcoin wave and really get into it and.
Well, I mean, what I would tell you is take advantage of an almost sure bet that the market's going to drop on weeks like this, and then roll over your winnings into more Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, 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 for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not wrong there. I
no,
just think I guess I'm just not confident enough yet, which maybe I should be because you know, I see what you're doing every week and you know, most of the time you're actually killing it. It seems like you're always killing it at the beginning of the week, and then
hmm
there's always just one. There's always one. She always gets you.
definitely. Yep. And something you said earlier really uh sounded nice. Do you remember what it was in the chat that we had earlier? How I had the headline for this segment and then you came up with an even better headline. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, was
Uh
it? Are you talking? You're not talking about pump and dump.
no, it was after that. It was like trading losers don't follow rules or something like that. What was it?
Oh, oh, oh my gosh! It was fools don't follow rules.
Fools don't follow rules. So here we go. We're gonna start on the segment that's it's gonna be called Fools Don't Follow Rules. So this week, after taking that 100% loss, which I will tell everybody, it was a significant loss. I got very sure on the direction of the market. So I did beef up my position size. And the second I beefed up my position size, I made the incorrect trade. So, story of my life. But I have four trading rules that I took down Friday after I went down to the lake and, really, just reflected on my life and thought, am I worth anything now after taking 100% loss? Um, so first rule I have we hit plotted support and resistance? Um, I'm going to screen share if that's okay, Kenny.
No, yeah, that's all good. Quick question: when you say 100% loss,
Mm-hmm.
how much percentage wise? How much of that was your portfolio, though?
Oh, nothing.
Okay,
It
so
was
like,
it was a single. I mean, maybe 4%, 5%, something like that. It was like, yeah,
okay,
and
yeah,
it
so that's
wasn't
important too.
definitely, and it wasn't even. It was from the gains of the week. So like at the end of the week, I was still up like 280% or something like that. Like
Okay,
it was a
yeah,
green week. I just fumbled the bag at the very end and threw some profit back in the market.
I just wanted to. I knew, I knew that you didn't, but I just want to make sure the viewers were aware that you weren't going. You don't go
Yeah,
100% every freaking trade.
I
You
don't
know?
go. I don't go 100% ever on a trade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Exactly. So I would love to share my screen. However, guys, I'm really sorry that Kenny has disabled the screen sharing, so I can't do it. So um, we're gonna get on the
there we
technical
go.
center. Look at there, good to go.
I
All
apologize.
right, all right. So um, now I also, Kenny, I want to tell you that you say that you you don't feel confident enough to trade, but I actually have the chart pulled up that you made, not the one I made.
Yeah.
And I just want to show you how rock solid your technical analysis was. Um, this is
No,
one that we
I
go
know
ahead.
I'm the shit.
You're the shit, dude. This is one that we did on, was it episode 13 or 12?
Uh 12 teen?
12 teen? I think that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
No, maybe 12.
yeah. So first rule is, have we hit plotted support and resistance? And there's a little side note in there. It says don't buy at any midway point. So what I mean by a midway point is I'm gonna show you guys where I took my loss at. Um, so the rule that I have, I've said it a couple times, but have we hit plotted support and resistance? So I don't care about where your emotions are during the day, during the trade. You should already have your support and resistance already plotted out and ready to roll. So I did short the market, here. I shorted all in here. It was beautiful. That was September 13th. So then the 14th comes around and I start seeing these dojis at the bottom of our channel, or our bottom of our little squeeze triangle area, this black line. And I decided to get in, where was it? About right here. I decided to get in right here at the doji. So about, noon, 2 o'clock. Um, and I was certain that I was going to have some retracement. But in all honesty, I did it too early. I should have seen if the trend was going to continue, but I jumped in early. So for me, that was telling me I really needed to wait to retest to see if we're going to hold this movement. So for me, at the end of that trading day, I was down 52%. So that's what I mean by midway point. Like, don't buy at a section that if it goes the wrong direction, it's going to tank like this, because it's not what you want. You want to see if that formation is going to continue. And I should have even waited for it to retest here again, and then I would have had clear direction to take puts. Um,
Hmm.
this is on a 2 hour chart, so it looks like, it looks a lot easier than what it was when I was, trading live. But still, you should never, like, what would have been the pain to buy, up here after we got over the 20 EMA? I wouldn't have had, that much of a loss. I would have
Hmm.
maybe lost, 15-20% gain, but who cares if that would have held support on that 20 EMA and rode up instead of down, I would have been up 52% at the end of the day. But
Okay.
I jumped in early, and I tomato fucked myself.
Yeah. So you jumped in early, but I'm trying to follow you here because it seems like you jumped in at the bottom of that support,
I did, but I
and I know you were going long.
I was going long, and
Yeah.
I basically had to swing it. So the trading day ended. Let's see. Uh, yeah, the trading day ended here. So I was like, oh hell yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay.
So I let it ride out till the next day, and not good for me at all, because the next day we woke up and the market bled. And
Yeah.
it make looking back on it, makes total sense. Like, I didn't wait for my EMAs to tell me the direction. I just waited for, okay, I have this one bounce and I'm good. You should never buy on the first bounce of anything, you know?
Hmm.
Um, so if we do back it up and look, like, look at this. Like, I bought somewhere in here, I was pointing at it with my finger. I bought somewhere in here, when in reality, like, look, that's almost a 50% drop. All right. So yeah, so I ended the week with a significant loss. So it kind of led me to try to redo some trading rules. At least, these aren't going to be concrete things that I trade off of for the rest of my life, but it just something I want to think about going into next week. So, four quick things. We're not going to spend much time on this because we have other stuff to talk about. But first one is, have we hit plotted support and resistance? Um, if you already have those lines plotted out, which you always should while you're trading, you shouldn't just be, unless you're a total price action trader that uses a naked chart. You should always have trend line, support, resistance, whatever style you choose to. But always wait until you've hit that plotted support and resistance. Don't try to catch it, at like a midway point of a next movement where it took a huge leg down, it touched your trend line, and then broke your trend line, and then takes another move down. Like, that's buying at the top of the next movement, and you shouldn't do that. You should always wait till it's hit that plotted support and resistance. Um, and then the follow up to that first rule is wait for the retest every time. So, yes, I did buy at a section where it did spike up from, but it was very, it was very momentary. It spiked up for just a minute, and then it retested that line and couldn't hold the line. So if I would have just kind of waited just 5-10 minutes, I would have known, oh man, we're going to retest this line, and I need to stay out until there's a clear direction.
So it's
So
like almost like you bought in, you saw a little bit of a bear market rally,
yep,
like in short, and like a a little miniature, obviously, a
yeah,
nothing market rally, and your hopes got up, and then the market said, "What's that I smell?
I smell bitch in here. Yeah,
I smell some. I smell some hope. I got to take that
yeah.
shit away."
Yep. So, rule number two for going into next week: what are your indicators saying? Specifically for me, RSI, MACD, and EMAs. I don't use all of those like while I'm trading, but those all should be pointing to the same direction as I'm entering in my trade. So the RSI should be bottomed out. Um, the MACD should be getting ready for a reversal, and the EMAs should be giving us support on the direction for the reversal or the continuation of a movement. Rule number 3: cut the option at a 20% loss. And I know some people are going to disagree with me on that, but for me, if I can cut an option at 20% and then get in and possibly, I just recalibrate things, maybe go in the other direction, because at 20%, it seems like once I hit 20, the thing's gone. Like, it's 20 is kind of that level for me where it's like the point of no return on my options. And that, again, that might be different for everybody, but for me, 20% loss on an option is all that I really feel comfortable losing. And there's no issue cutting a trade. 20% on a position, on an option position, you know, as long as you manage your position size correctly, 20% shouldn't kill you on an option.
Mhm.
Number 4 is no emotional attachment to a trend. No hoping for a correction back to the trend. If the trend breaks, get out of the trade. Period. Like what I should have done there. I should have saw that it was failing my trend line. I should have saw that it was at a 20% loss, and I should have not had emotional attachment thinking, "Oh no, we're going to go back up and retest." It didn't matter. And even honestly, at one point in that trade, I was up 14%. Anthony was at the house and we were looking at the chart. I was up 14% at one point, and I knew better. I knew I should have cut it, but it was like such a small amount of profit because it wasn't a huge position. So I saw 14% and that equaled out to like $60. And I was just like, ugh, like I'd hate to sell this for $60 profit. Um, but I should have. I just got emotional and I wanted this trend to work so bad. Um, but you can't do that. This isn't don't marry the trend. It's not your girlfriend. She's not going to sleep with you. So cut her out of there if she's not rocking with you.
Yeah. And just to add to kind of like what you said, the 20% rule, keep in mind that's I would say that's a good rule to live by, in the sense of what Samuel's doing. He does, intraday uh day trading, and he's pretty knowledgeable on that. If you're doing like more swing trading, you can afford to let
Sure.
it go a little lower. I'm not saying you should by
Mhm.
any means. Everyone, you you have to check your own emotions, but none of what we're saying is these are the rules for everyone, you know?
No, no.
Yeah.
These aren't even my legitimate rules. These are just rules that I'm going to go into next week with in my mind, just because it's hot on my mind. If I would have done what I'm telling you guys, and this isn't financial advice at all. I'm not a financial professional. I don't offer any services at all. But if I would have listened to these rules, if I would have had these last week, they would have saved me, an entire position.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, um, that's about it. That's all I really care to talk to you guys about on that, because you're not gonna fucking listen. You're gonna be emotional. You're not gonna cut these
Oh,
trades.
all right. Now we're here with crypto clues. Um, you know what happened this week, Samuel?
What, dude? What happened? Give me a clue.
The ETH merge.
That's right.
Yeah, the ETH merge happened. Guess what happened with the ETH merge?
Ethereum broke.
No, it didn't break. It was actually that would have been a lot more exciting. Because I love chaos. Um, it's weird. As much as I hate the shit that ends up happening to me, I'm
Mhm.
always just like able to look back on it and be like, fuck.
Yeah,
That's a good story.
yeah.
But yeah, it worked, and nothing happened, I guess. You know. But what did happen is the price freaking dumped. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But why do you have any idea why that could have been?
I mean, buy the rumor, sell the news. That kind of bullshit. What else?
Yeah.
What else did ETH have to offer?
Yeah.
You
That was
know,
definitely like what I heard like everyone saying was
yeah. But I mean,
everyone.
I think that's bullshit. I think the reality is, Ethereum doesn't move any market. The Fed moves the markets. The Fed came out, shit was fucked. Inflation was higher, so
Oh yeah,
cryptocurrency. It's part of the game.
yeah,
Cryptocurrency is definitely still tied to inflation 100%. So
yeah,
it's going to take a lot more than a merge in a coin to make it pump. It's going to have to be something amazing.
so you know what will make it, that'll happen, that'll change. I have I think it'll change when you can pay for anything in crypto
For
and
sure.
there's no capital gains, or like, when that level of adoption has come in. And because then at that point, who cares about dollars, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. When you don't, I said this to my dad the other day when we had that discussion about him not understanding it. I was like, crypto's not going to even be a thing until you don't have to exchange your crypto for money any longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Once that happens, like then the price will hit the fucking roof. But we're a long ways from that. Like we're half a century from that potentially.
Yeah, no, hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but it could be. So
Could be.
what's so the merge? Everything was flawless, huh?
Yeah, everything went off with a hitch, and I slept right through it like a baby
Yeah.
because it happened overnight. But what else also?
So you keep saying merge. I explain it to a dumbass like me. What did the merge do? What did it accomplish?
So prior to the merge, Ethereum, the way it worked was it was proof of work. So what that means is it's a bunch of computers doing a bunch of computer algorithms to make transactions happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and instead now it's proof of stake, which is people staking their ETH into a pool so they can so transaction can happen. Uh, another form of another version of verifying transactions. Um,
Okay.
so it went from so now apparently it's supposed to use a lot less energy, like 99% less energy. So it's virtually uh, zero. Um, but apparently it was supposed to bring down transaction fees, but it's really not even going to do that either.
Oh God.
It's 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
On the dot, I got my drop top cruising the street. Even though it was 7 technically. But yeah. Um. So yeah. I mean, I guess it's good for Ethereum. And I think the transaction speed also got sped up a lot too. So transactions are settled a lot faster. Um. So I would say it's it's got its pros, it's got its cons. Would I say it's
Yeah.
better than proof of work? I don't know if I would necessarily say that, but
Bitcoin's proof of work, correct?
yeah, Bitcoin's proof of work, yeah. And your boy Solana is proof of stake.
Proof of history, technically.
Oh, proof of history.
Yeah, they have their own kind of thing. It's basically proof of stake, but just a little different. If you guys are out there and you're interested, look up proof of history. It's one of my favorite blockchain types. So
Yeah. It's one of
uh,
your favorite blockchain. Can you speak more on proof of history?
I sure can. So really, honestly, the only difference is typically in a blockchain when they do the transactions, the thing that makes it slow is it has to put it in chronological order. Every order that's flowing in has to be time stamped, while Solana has eliminated this problem. They have allowed proof of history where it doesn't have to be time stamped. The time stamp is actually embedded into the transaction, and the algorithm will put it into place at a later date. Fuck you, Kenny. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh man, that you got me there. You see?
So I did hear you say something about like it's gonna potentially on the Ethereum merge eliminate like 99% of the energy issues, right?
Usage, yeah.
Okay, so there was something that was released this week that really talked about potential energy hazards and cryptocurrency, correct?
Yeah, there was. It was the White House. So I'm not sure if you guys remember 6 months ago, President Biden signed an executive order saying, "Hey, all you departments of Treasury, Energy, all you motherfuckers who work for me, because I'm Papa Biden,
Oh
um,
yeah.
I want you to look into crypto." And so I guess the report came out this week on that. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here.
Okay.
And
Whoa, you got it ready. That's crazy, dude. It's already up
yeah,
and ready. Holy shit.
yeah. So this came out from the White House. You can find it at whitehouse.gov/briefing and a bunch of other stuff. But just type in digital assets on the White House on the search,
Definitely.
and I'm sure it'll pop up. But I kind of went through some of this stuff and found some stuff that I would say less than uh less than thrilling to see. I picked out a few key points. I'll go ahead and go through them one by one. We'll start off with this one. The digital economy should work for all Americans. That means developing financial services that secure, reliable, affordable, and accessible to all. To make payments more efficient, the Federal Reserve has planned the 2023 launch of FedNow, an instantaneous 24/7 interbank clearing system that will further advance nationwide infrastructure for instant payments alongside the clearinghouse's real-time payment system. So pretty much this is just their way of saying, yo, you better be on the lookout for that CBDC
Yeah, and
next year.
they're going to be working directly with the same people that the clearinghouse is who pays you from the stock market.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, so I was just like, oh man, that's you know, that's interesting for sure. I honestly didn't expect it to be next year. I mean, we're literally 4 months away from that, you know?
god damn, but think about everybody saying 2024 for crypto. Like this shit is really lining up where it really could be correct
What could be correct?
that the bull market comes back in 2024.
Oh, yeah, I think so. If it doesn't come back sooner,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think 2024 is definitely the year of crypto and the downfall of fiat. I mean, if like honestly speaking, they're literally turning fiat into
Right.
crypto in
Yeah.
reality, you know?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to hold something that's been around before the CBDC version comes
Right.
out?
Yeah. It
Like
would
it's
be
a new
like it'd be like holding gold versus holding dollar bills.
not just that, I think even I think some of these projects they're ahead of the curve, you know?
Definitely. They're
And
solving the
like
issues that they're just now trying to understand.
yeah, exactly. And there's only so much I would say like being in the military, you realize how slow things work. So even when this comes out, like it's gonna it's gonna be it's gonna like they're gonna be so far behind compared to any other blockchain out there, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Uh and then that and the other aspect is the military, the way that works, the way they get their employees is it's all contracts and it's all bidding wars and
Mm,
it's who can do it the cheapest. Uh that's why our like the computers I used in the military weren't the fastest, weren't the most they always had issues, you know, things like that. Like for me myself, this sounds like a like I wouldn't I'm hoping to God by 2020 like for or you know I have the option like I can be financially secure in the cryptocurrencies I have, you know, or whatever, in the sense of like I can count on these, I can trust this, like
mm,
I trust the private sector way more than I do the government, period, you know. I think
gotcha.
anyone would, you know.
Yeah.
So and then we're going to go on to the next one I saw that was kind of interesting. Digital assets in the mainstream financial system are becoming increasingly intertwined, creating channels for turmoil to have spillover effects. Stablecoins, in particular, could create disruptive runs if not paired with appropriate regulations. The potential of instability was illustrated in May of 2022 by the crash of the so-called stablecoin Terra USD and the subsequent wave of insolvency that erased nearly 600 billion in wealth.
Fuck.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh wow, that's a lot of money." But then I was like, "Wait a second. Like there's no way." Like I'm not sure, maybe you guys can answer this question for me, but when I went to the charts and I saw that Terra UST their market cap at the top was, if you can see that, 18.73 billion. And then Terra Classic, their market cap, I'll even put it right here, 40 billion. So I'm trying to understand where they got the 6 billion,
Six
because
hundred billion.
yeah, 600 billion, uh, you know, where investors lost. I'm not sure if they're counting all of crypto during that time frame or
Did did that cause issue? I mean, that caused you know what? That 600 billion is probably like when the hedge funds, triple or Three Arrows Capital, all of those people had to go under.
oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't know if
So
that's
like
accurate, but like I think that was like the trigger that started this horrible snowball effect of instability inside of the cryptocurrency space.
but that argument is, and that's misleading,
Definitely.
because because that's because they didn't know how to manage their money, not because of, you know, this
Terra.
one
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. I mean,
I, I love how they said the crash of the so-called stable coin.
yeah. Oh, that is
Oh,
kind of funny.
yeah.
And then I have, but yeah, that was I just felt like that was kind of misleading, and especially after you bringing that up even more so, because it's
Mhm.
like trying to shift all the blame onto Do Kwon, and I refuse to give him that much credit for that.
Yeah.
But uh and then the next one I saw was digital assets pose meaningful risk for consumers, investors, and businesses. Prices of these assets can be highly volatile. The current global market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is approximately one third of its November 2021 peak. Still, sellers commonly mislead consumers about digital assets, features, and expected returns, and non-compliance with applicable laws and regulations remain widespread. So I, like, for me, like when they say like highly volatile,
Mhm.
have you not been alive in 2022?
Yeah. What hasn't been volatile?
Yeah. And what's crazy is, in my opinion, that's more, in my opinion, that's more risky than like than something that's only been around for 13 years. You know, like the
Right.
fact that, you know, the stock market has been around for over, you know, 100 years, maybe 150 years.
Mhm.
Um and it's kind of being this volatile is like can you really trust it? Like, you know?
Well, yeah, like I mean, think about this. We're back at the levels at like before um the internet
COVID.
boom. The internet boom. Like these Apple stocks are down to nothing. Fucking Microsoft's down to nothing. The S&P is down horribly. Like
Yeah.
fuel prices have inverse correlation, so they're peaked to ridiculous amounts. Like the volatility is the name of the game right now. It's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
And I mean, look at oil is a perfect example. It's so freaking expensive that, look at Europe. They're literally,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, like Europe's literally having to print more money because of the volatility that they've experienced with energy costs.
yeah. And then printing more money doesn't really fix the issue. It doesn't even put a band-aid on the issue.
No.
Like, it literally maybe puts a little bit of Elmer glue.
Yeah, yeah, and in that Elmer glue, by the time the shitstorm reaches to you, the glue hasn't even hardened. Like
Yeah.
it's just prolonging the fuckery.
Yeah,
Printing just prolongs fuckery. That's all it is.
yeah. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. A lot of it just kind of sucks that the way they try and, I don't know, paint this like it's some bad thing. Like you can't trust it even still to this day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, dude, do you not realize it's literally just all it is setting a monetary policy on a computer,
Mm-hmm.
and it can't be changed.
Right.
That's, you know, so it's just like, guys, get with the program here. Like,
Definitely.
you know, so, but,
Awesome. That was a great segment of what is it called?
crypto clues.
Crypto clues. So thanks for tuning in for crypto clues. Um, we have a little bit of some policies we'd like to go over this evening right now too. We are doing a $250 giveaway in cryptocurrency at 250 subscribers to one lucky subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed and you're just watching from the sidelines, quit being a bitch, hit that red button and subscribe. Also, share this video so we can hurry up and get to that 1,000 subscriber mark and give away $1,000 in cryptocurrency. Kenny and I are not Duquan. We are not stealing this money from you. We want to give it to you. So help us do it. Help us grow this community. Join our Discord. Like this video. Share this video on all your social media platforms. If you have a TikTok, tag us in your wins on TikTok. Tag us in your losses. Let's fucking get this shit rolling.
Yeah. And more than us just giving you money is we want you to leave with this information. So one day you can give your money to your family and friends,
Hell yeah.
and they can turn around and say, what the hell did you do? You could say, I listened to triple point charts,
Hell yeah.
and, I started to learn how to trade, or, I listened to them. I wasn't interested in the training aspect, but they brought up some good points on the crypto. This is, there's something here for everyone,
For sure.
So if you're not resonating with anything, let us know. We'd be more than happy to talk about it, whether it be real estate,
anything.
Gambling, counting cards,
Yeah.
all those
And
things.
I'll tell you guys now, we don't do a lot of the technical analysis stuff on here just because it gets kind of wordy and boring for people in general. But if you ever want to dive into it deeper with us, I myself am posting charts on the Triple Point Charts Twitter all the time. So follow us on Twitter at 3 Point Charts. I'll chart out anything for you. Just shoot us a DM. This isn't something we've always said. We're not gurus. This is a venue for traders. So let's fucking trade.
But if you want us to, chart some stuff out, let us know. We'd be more than happy to chart some stuff out. If you have questions or you want a video breakdown on a indicator or whatever, let us know. We appreciate your, all the support we get, and we're just gonna keep trucking along. You guys have a good one.
Toot toot.
That's a train.
Come and trade with me. I got all the profit.